That's us out again. First time I've been out in a while. There's been a few things going on, home and work, so not been able to get out and about, but we're out here now. I'm here with my brother Alistair. Say hello.
Hello, aye aye.
We're on a walk today from Glenurquhart across the hill to Strathglass. But I'll tell you a wee bit more about that later on in the video. Coming up onto more hillside-like stuff. Come across a Scottish water service reservoir. Wasn't expecting to see this, but here we are. It's opening up onto some more open hillside now. So we'll bring you back in a bit once we're a bit further on. So yes, we've dropped the bags for a few minutes. We're going to go and have a little look down into the woods there. Alistair found on old maps an old still, so we're going to have a wee look and see if we can find it. It's down in amongst here somewhere, so he's got the grid reference, so we'll have a wee look. I'll bring you back if we find it. So yeah, we think the still might have been here. You can see the large rocks right next to the burn, next to the water. There's been a bit of a landslip there, so that might have got rid of a bit of it, but Alistair's gone to have a wee look a bit further down just in case there's anything else there. So they're dotted all over the highlands, these stills. Stills to distill whiskey. That's what they were used for. You often find them hidden alongside burns like this, trying to stay away from the excisemen, but it's looking like where we thought. So we found the still. It's got a wee bit of heather bashing to do to get back up the path. Nothing much to speak of though. Should be there shortly, and then we'll keep on heading up onto the hillside. Oh, just went into the mud up to my fucking ankles there. Oh. Cheers now. Got it. So yeah, we've left the track now. Sorry if I stumble because I want to watch my feet as well. Just heading across the heather and bog to pick up another track, which will take us down to where we're camping for tonight, next to a loch. I'll give you a wee look around here. The wind's picking up. It's pretty gusty like. that wasn't too bad coming across the boggy heather bit, but we're about to pick up the other main track now. There's the first hill loch we've come across today. It's Loch and Tart, or Loch and Tart. There's a wee boat there and a little pier for, should imagine, fishing off, but we're carrying on at this track. Not too far off getting down to the loch now. This should open up a bit as we get to the brow of this hill. Oh aye, certainly does. The landscape's just immediately changed dead ahead. Right, so we've just reached this little loch and we've decided to go off-piste and head down to the other side of the loch. So we'll see how we get on. It might be a little bit boggy, but and you can probably tell it's hoorah windy, so we'll see how we get on. Hopefully, if we've got things right, we should see the loch coming into view any time now. And there it is. That's the target for today. It's actually not too bad getting here. I mean, very, very windy. But we'll go up and have a wee look up on this rock here. And there we have it. Yes, we're approaching the banks of the loch now. Be glad to get these packs off. I think we're carrying about 16, 17 kilos each, something along those lines. I think Alistair might be a wee bit less. Don't know why, because he's got bottles of wine in there. Aye, once we get down to the shore, we'll get the packs off. Hopefully maybe even get the tents up before the rain comes. Good morning from the loch. This is the setup we used last night. Didn't do much filming last night, a bit tired, just wanted to get our dinner and whatnot. But we've gone for the OEX Bobcat ones, using the DD magic carpet as a wee extension to the porches, just for a bit more coverage, because it was quite heavy rain and wind last night. Thankfully the tents and the tarps managed to stay up to it. We managed to find a cracking pitch alongside the loch. We've come from the bottom of the loch there in that direction, and obviously from the hills past there, and we're aiming across today to a crannog over on the other side of the loch there, and up over those hills back across to Escodale. So that's us setting off from the campsite, but of course pretty much left it as we found it. Just heading around the shoreline of the loch now to go and have a little look at the crannog, which is situated at the north side of the loch. So got a couple of wee beaches and whatnot to see on the way around, but just hugging the shoreline. Weather's coming in a wee bit, but what can you do? I just came up to this shingle beach on the sort of northeast side of the loch. There's this fence that comes in off the hill and down into the water. It's probably a boundary fence between estates. I think they're called marches. Anyway, let's head on. Always try and leave no trace, guys, even in the 60s. Some more heather bashing. You can see the crannog up ahead there, and I don't know if you'll be able to make it out on the screen, but the green patch across the loch, that's where we camped overnight. We just had a wee look at the crannog there. Put the drone up, see if we can get some decent aerial stuff. The wind was a bit blowy, so the drone wasn't the steadiest, but we'll see how it looks when we get back. Anyway, there's a bit of a hill climb to come now to get back up onto the path to head across to Escodale, so I'll probably speak to you after that. The dreaded peat hugs, always getting in the bloody way. Reaching the top of the hill before we catch the path. It's opening up to a nice wee view here down onto Strathglass. Don't know how much you can make out with the wide angle lens, but nice view up to Benahir, you can see there and beyond, down this way to Glenurquhart, Bewley and the Bewley Firth. Not so bad. Firing along what's supposed to be a path that's marked on the Ordnance Survey maps as a path, but as you can see, there's not much path here, but at least we know the direction we're going. Where we're supposed to be getting to, I hope. Anyway, we've found the path, well, the track now. There's an awful lot of heather bashing there. Hard going, hard going. First walk in ages, so feeling it. So aye, that's us more or less down to Escodale now. It's been a bit of an epic journey. It's a lot of gorse about. First walk in a long time, and first video in a long time, so I'm not so confident with either, but we've managed it. I'm sure there'll be another one on the go before long. we've reached the point on this track where we need to sort of cross a river just down past that pylon and onto the forestry track that you can kind of maybe see in the distance there, and that'll take us along to Escodale. Aye, so the latest challenge on the walk, it's not been too challenging, but as I said, out is negotiating these jaggy gorse that just seem to have overgrown everywhere, and I'm wearing quite thin trousers, so I'm getting jagged where I don't want to be getting jagged. But we'll get there, it's not far to go.
What's the bag up?
Oh no, definitely.
The bag would have been. I just couldn't get up off the bag.
That's us down off the hill now properly. We were going to originally be having to cross this wee river, but thankfully we decided to take this route across the bridge instead. So it's just up onto the main road, and then we'll be heading for Escodale Church.